Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Prashil, and welcome back to my channel, the home of everything art and tech related. And today, we've got another unboxing video. And in today's unboxing video, we have the Oppo Find X2 Lite. Now, this is actually kind of a bit of a special unboxing because, as you've already seen in my previous videos, I've kind of been unboxing, the MacBooks, the iPhones, the Samsungs, and all those high-end flagship devices. And I feel like while those videos are, useful, it doesn't really help just every other consumer because there is more than one type of consumer. And so I feel that this phone really caters towards people who aren't really, that fussy about their specs, and they just want something which is decent build quality, decent specs for a decent price. And I feel that this phone has the potential to actually meet those requirements. And depending on how it actually goes and with my day-to-day testing, we'll find that out. Now, for those of you who may or may not already know, there used to be another company called OnePlus, which was sort of the people's champion when it came to, delivering decent specs for a decent price. But now I guess they've kind of outgrown that business model and they're competing with the higher end flagships, and which kind of let Oppo, which is, I'd say, a sister company, kind of fill in the gaps that they've left behind. And so, yeah, let's get into the unboxing and we'll see what my first impressions are. Let's get it. Alright, so now that my knife has magically teleported in, let's get into the unboxing. Gosh, I've said that a lot, I know, but just bear with me. So just cutting up the clear tape that holds everything together. Take sweet, and you have the box in all its glory. And I gotta say, it really does catch in the light and look pretty cool. And I'm actually quite pleasantly surprised at the size of this box because, as you may have seen in my previous unboxing for the iPhone 12 and the Samsung Galaxy S21, you'd realize that the box is literally half the size of this, as there is no charging brick, and they've really started to skimp out. So I'm glad Oppo hasn't, gone down that route yet. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Now, opening up the box, let's have a look here. And you've got sort of another covering which says Oppo, and there it is. There you have it, folks. Okay, so uncovering this little cover here, you've got the phone itself wrapped in a cover which has the Oppo logo. You've got the Find X2 Lite, and this is actually a good point. The Find X2 Lite is actually the lighter version of the Find X2 Pro, which is their flagship version, which, I guess is made to compete with the Samsung Galaxy S21s and the iPhone 12s and all those things. So this is more, like I said, just to reiterate, this is more for the person that's not too fussy about the specs, and, they'd rather just pay kind of a decent amount for some decent specs, and, people who are not picky. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so coming down here, you've got the integrated 5G, Ultra Steady Video 2.0, and you have a 4025 milliamp battery, which is cool. You've got the what is that, VOOC flash charge 4.0. That sounds cool. You've got the 48 megapixel ultra clear quad camera. Now this will be interesting to test out. Now let's pick out the phone here, and yeah, this is kind of the Pro White. Before we get to the phone, let's just have a look at what's in the box. Oh, this is interesting. I have not seen this in a very long time. It comes with a clear case. Now this is something that I really definitely want to give props to Oppo. I mean, there are companies out here, ditching the charging brick and all of that kind of stuff, and then you got Oppo out here giving free cases. I mean, it's not the best case in the world, but it definitely does bring a smile to my face to see that there are still some companies that they offer this, and I think that's super cool. So you've got this cool case here, which I'm happy with. Nothing else in the box. You got some, warning things and instruction manuals, which I don't think anybody ever reads these days. And you've got the SIM ejector tool, which is obviously something that the only thing that's actually included with the newer phones these days. All right, let's get into the phone itself now. And there you have it. Let's get rid of this. And this is the Oppo Find X2 Lite in pearl white. And it's honestly quite the looker. I mean, the good thing about this color is that you can't really see any fingerprints on it. So it's not the crazy fingerprint magnet that, some of the other phones are, but I guess the color really helps with that. And you've got a nice camera module here, nice and clean. That's cool. And let's boot it up. Oh, and they've done something which Samsung still does to this day. You've got a nice pre-applied screen protector, which is always, always appreciated as a consumer, I would say. And there you have it, Oppo powered by Android. While that boots up, let's have a look at what else is in the box. So this is just what separates the phone itself from the charging brick. And look at this thing. This thing is an absolute tank. Interesting. So you've got a 5-volt output at 2 amps or 5 volts at 6 amps, which is the max. So this is the fast charging brick that they've included in the box with a cable. And oh my god, is that what I think it is? These are headphones, which, now that I'm thinking of, okay, so this is actually probably the biggest surprise right now, is because I've been dealing with flagship phones which have no headphone jacks, and so this is something I just stopped expecting. But would you look at this phone actually still has a headphone jack. Now I'm even more pleasantly surprised about this than the actual free case and the charging brick. I mean, would you look at that? It's actually got a headphone jack. How many phones do you know still actually include a headphone jack? I mean, this is crazy, but yeah, you actually have a headphone jack and some good old-fashioned earphones. Now, this is something I can tell you, I can guarantee right now, you will not see every day. So, yeah, just props to Oppo for that. Maybe I'm dealing with the wrong phone companies. I mean, I'm buying from Samsung and Apple, but really, this is where it's at, guys. Okay, charging brick. I mean, this is, this takes me back to the early days, 2017, 2018, when you could still get all of these things in the box and you didn't have to buy these things separately. I mean, I had to pay an extra 30, 40 bucks for my fast charger for my iPhone 12. And, it just wasn't the best experience ever. So, it really is quite refreshing to see this, that you get all of this for such a good price as well. I mean, you can get this for about 300 bucks USD right now, which is absolutely sick. All right, so I've set up the phone, and there's still some stuff left for me to set up, as you can probably already tell. But yeah, just off the bat, I gotta say it's got a nice, the screen is really nice, and it actually gets really nice and bright. I really want to test this out, just out in daylight, because I think it'll really hold up. And this teardrop notch, it's bang on. I gotta say, yeah, it's nice and crisp, but it's as any other new phone would be. So I'm interested to find out how this fares with long-term usage. It clearly still has some bloatware, as you can already tell. I'm not a fan of the bloatware, but yeah, I'll try and fix all of that up. The UI, as far as I can tell, is pretty nice and clean. And yeah, I'd say that the UI is actually, it's nice and it's pretty clean. It's pretty much just Oppo's custom UI slapped over Google's UI, which I have no objection to, because as you probably already know, Google's UI is probably one of the best. And so yeah, this along with Oxygen OS, which is another UI from OnePlus, it's similar because they are sister companies, but this has got a few tweaks, and yeah, it's nice. Just my first impressions, I gotta say, what an interesting surprise to have the headphone jack. This is something I actually didn't know about that the phone had, and I guess it's just I've spent a few years without the headphone jack, so I really did not expect this. And the case is just the cherry on top. I mean, you got the charging brick, you got earphones, you got the case. It's all here, for a really decent price. I mean, just off the bat, I'm pretty impressed with this phone, and I'm really interested to see how it actually fares on day-to-day use. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been my first impressions for the Oppo Find X2 Lite. There you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were just as surprised as me with the unboxing, because this is crazy. You get such a good bargain with this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. It really helped me out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, peace out.